It's a very small footprint. You can do more with this pan on your stovetop or on your grill than you can possibly do with many other pans. This is a smoker. It's also a roasting pan, a steamer, a poacher, and a stovetop oven. And because it is from Cook's Essential, it is all done in stainless steel. It's one of my all-time favorite pieces. And it's brought to us at a clearance sale price. When these are gone at $35.45, they're gone. I get to introduce you to a gentleman. He is the head chef for Cook's Essential. His name is Aaron McCargo Jr. He is a classically trained gourmet, and he loves good food. Aaron, good morning. How are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, Dan. Yo, we were talking yesterday about being meat eaters. Today, we get to be meat eaters, right?
Yeah. So, normally when we think of smoking food, we think you've got to be outside, it's got to be on a grill, it's 10 degrees outside, that's only summer food. Hey, that is comfort food all year round. Most people don't even realize you can do that on your stovetop and get grill perfection type smoking inside the house.
Easily done, and because we're talking about 100% stainless steel, and because we're talking about a lot of cooking space, we're talking about 15 by 10, and you get these 4 pieces. Of course, you get some chips. You don't have to go heavy on the chips when you're doing in-house smoking, because we're talking about that stainless steel, which is going to really catch on to those wood chips and give you some really intense heat. So now you have your drip pan and you have your rack. So what you want to do is take and put your chips in the bottom like I just did. We're going to put our drip pan here, drop our rack on top of this, whether you're doing pork, whether you're doing salmon, whether you're doing veggies. Tofu is really big, being smoked lately, but we're gonna go with the ribs. You just go ahead and drop those slabs of ribs, and I just cut 1 slab in half.
Okay.
And then I just like to just go ahead, and no water, no nothing needed, Dan, and then you'll know that this part of the lid slides to you, and then you'll notice that when you slide this to you, you'll have this little handle.
Yep.
And I like to just get this on, just like that, and that's all that's to it. So now that you have this, we got these sturdy riveted handles here. This right here goes in the oven, or you, first of all, want to make sure that you get your wood started on the stovetop, because that's one of the perks about having this indoor smoker. You get that high intense heat, you got this good stainless steel, you got these sturdy handles, and once you get that smoke going, you take this bad boy right to your oven and you're good to go. So I'm going to drop this in the oven.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you what's coming out of the oven.
Oh.
Yes, yes, yes. I got gifts today, man. I got gifts. Let me get my towels here. Because the one thing about this pan is it does get very, very hot, because we are talking about indoor smoking. So I'm gonna grab this out right here, because salmon, chicken, tofu, like I mentioned, you have options. And I'm just gonna lock these lids, these handles in. Come over here and tease you a little bit, because this right here, and I love smoking and I love grilling year round, and this allows me to do both without having to worry about the mess, because it's right in this nice easy pan. So I got me some salmon here. Look at the salmon. It's nothing to play with. We got a nice side. You can see we got that very intense smoke looking color.
Yep.
And you do get that from the wood chip. So whether you go with hickory, whether you go with mesquite or apple, you could go with every wood chip, whatever wood chip you desire. But you don't have to use a lot. You don't have to go out in the elements. You could do it right in the comfort of your own home. And when we're talking about easy cleanup, this goes right into the dishwasher.
Yeah, Aaron, again, here's the magic. When people hear the term smoker, it is smoke. But you can do it indoors. That lid is the secret to trapping all that smoke, which therefore then traps it as flavor in whatever it is that you're cooking. And by the way, did you just open up what I think you opened up?
Oh, yes, it's early New Year's Eve, New Year's Day gift for you right here. These are the ribs that came out the oven. And when we were talking about that intense heat, and when you were talking about locking in that moisture, this pan right here is off the chain good for me. I mean, I really enjoy using this at home. I'll throw me a baked quiche here just to get some smokiness to the eggs.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and throw me some mushrooms, which I'm gonna show you in here, just to give me a nice little smell on those mushrooms. And as you can see, you don't get no more intense color and smell like you've been on your smoker out for 12, 15 hours than you will get in your own home. And the greatest thing is once you start to get used to using this smoker, it does actually become your best friend.
Yeah.
And you do have a nice element of flavor. Instead of having to worry about the sodium, now you got the smoke that can give you that extra flavor and give you that extra flair at home.
Aaron, I think it's one of the most versatile pans that have ever been created by Cook's Essential, because even if you never used it as an indoor smoker, but I promise you, you will, it's also a bigger,
What?
That's a work of art right there. It's also a roasting pan. You can also use it as a steamer,
Yes.
a poacher, or even a stovetop oven, because you're locking that flavor in. Are those portobello mushrooms that you smoked?
I'm coming with the big guns today, Dave. Yes, because my daughter loves grilled and smoked mushrooms, and I always
I've never tried
I got
that.
you. Oh man, this is the way to go. A little bit of season,
Okay.
and the greatest thing about using this is that you still get that firmness. Look at the firmness on these mushrooms. So you're not going to get a dried out veggie, whether it's asparagus, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower. You're going to get that intense smoke, and you can really take it out of here. Take the chips out and just roast it on the top of your oven, your stove top, because we're talking about this being a steamer, a poacher, a roaster, and a stovetop pan. So you got a lot of versatility here.
Aaron, is this a futile attempt to try to convince me to eat vegetables? Because you and I were getting along so well.
Hey, we'll do one portobello, but we'll both get one slab of ribs apiece. How's that?
Okay, that's fair. That's a fair trade-off.
Yes.
Again, I grill all year round, even to the point of being ridiculous. When it's 20 degrees outside, those are the comfort foods that I want right now when we don't have a lot of daylight and I still want summer food. The fact that you can now do it indoors without the smoke chasing you out of your home or setting off the smoke alarm, you can do it in this pan. Aaron, what a pleasure. A true gentleman. I thank you. Happy New Year. A few hours early. I wish you the best
Same
for
to you,
2021.
Dan. I'm going to come over with the barbecue. All right, get ready.
Okay. Thanks. Bye-bye. This next item is a must-have.